Good morning and welcome to Sunday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well. I hope you all had a good evening last night, and I needed more rest. I'm still trying to catch up from the trip, so yeah. So, just a reminder that right after this at 7 a.m. Eastern time, or Central Time, sorry. Good morning, Jonille. Welcome. It looks like there's two others of you here. Good morning, good morning. Your names will probably roll, or if you type your name in, there's a fourth person. Awesome. Good, neat. Good morning, good morning. We have Unity Cafe this morning. Good morning, Nancy. Welcome. Good morning, Abigail. Hello. Everybody rolling in. Just a reminder, Unity Cafe this morning at 7 Central. And I'm sure we're going to be talking about a lot of interesting stuff this month. So we go for an hour and then go about our business. Good morning, Ruth Ann. But it's a nice place to connect, to have an open forum for discussion on whatever someone wants to talk about. And I think a piece of what we'll talk about is the expansiveness, good morning, Beth, welcome, of going away from home and coming back. And your perspective is broadened, and your day-to-day gets couched in a much bigger vessel, which is helpful. So, I'm sure we'll have other things to talk about too. So, looking forward to that. Our card for today is Denise Lynn, The Sacred Forest. And those of you who have the deck, it's card number 49. Let's start with some breath and some tapping. So, wherever you'd like to tap, I like this spot because it's very grounding. So breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, sending your roots down through the soles of your feet and the base of your spine into Mother Earth. Grounding, grounding, grounding. In through the nose, out through the mouth, settling in and centering. In through the nose, out through the mouth. At the center of life's storms, we stand serene. Grounded, grounded, grounded. Awesome. So that's a great place to meet this card. And this is a card that we've had not that far in the distant past. And I think it's a message that is repeating because it's divine right timing for this kind of behavior, this kind of focus, this kind of direction, etc. Card 49, Wise Woman of the Grove, Grace. And I'm going to move in a little closer so you can see her there in the trees. Looks like an indigenous woman to me. And down below is the box with the ruby in. So we'll talk about that. Another breath. Wise Woman of the Grove, Grace. The Wise Woman of the Grove steps forward and hands you an intricately carved wooden box. This is my gift to you. Guard it well. With care, you open the box. Inside rests a perfect ruby. Hang on, I got a cough. Yep. A gift from the trip. Okay. It sparkles in the light. This is a joy activator, she says. Hold it to your heart, and all around you, in all directions, all beings will relax and find joy in the moment. Joy is the great gift that you can give another. It is a gift of grace. Hang on. Good grief. Cough medicine hasn't kicked in yet. And I haven't been talking that much. So, those of you who are going to be on our call, plan to talk a lot. So, all right, let's see if we can get through this. Couple more barks first. Okay. When this card chooses you, you are at the advent of a remarkable time of ease, wisdom, healing, joy, and inspiration. And doesn't it seem like it's exactly the opposite? But your ability to hear the voices of spirit is rapidly expanding. Spirit guardians are watching over you with immense love and kindness. Being in the state of grace means being blessed by divine forces. Grace can mean having enough inner nobility that even if you know your opinion is absolutely right, you don't push the point. You are willing to drop it, knowing that in the grand scheme of things, it's not that important. Besides, the Creator knows the truth of the situation, even if others don't. There are times to be abruptly, starkly honest, but this isn't one of them. Be diplomatic and gracious in your interaction with others. Wouldn't it be lovely if everybody, especially those in power, were diplomatic and gracious? Speak with love and kindness. Joy is the gift you can give another. Yes, thank you, Abigail. That's a good one to pull out of this message. The spirit of the wise woman of the grove says, you can relax and let go. Your path is guided. Spiritual nobility is growing within you. The spirit of grace is softly unfolding in your life. Kindly honor the truth of others, even if you don't agree or if you know better. The Creator knows the truth. And sometimes through someone's walk with a misguided idea, great learning occurs, and they come out the other end with that gift of wisdom. Sometimes we have to flail around in the muck of, yeah, I'm not seeing it, to get to a place of, oh, that's how things are. Is it a messy ride? Sometimes. Sometimes. But who are we to deprive someone of their ride? If something, like I always think about that with regard to alcoholism or drug addiction. What if that particular journey is the journey that's exactly designed to teach that person something they need to know? Looks like a hell of a ride to the rest of us, but it may be the ideal vehicle for that particular person to gain whatever that particular knowledge is. And we can attempt to dissuade them from that path. A lot of times it doesn't work. If they're meant to get it and shift paths, they will. You can be of support, but you cannot take the lead on that one. You cannot take the lead. People have to find their own way through their muck and mire. Be of support. Absolutely be of support. I believe you can do this. I will hold big space for you to do this. I can't do it for you. I can't do it for you. So, where in your life is a little grace being called for? Where are you being called to deal with certain circumstances or situations with more grace? Be as honest with yourself as you can be right there. Where am I being called to more grace? I know one in my life. So let us practice grace together. Let us do a round of tapping on coming from a place of grace. So side of the hand. Nice deep breath in. Let it go. Even though I'm not always graceful, I'm ready to take another way. Even though that sense of grace seems to elude me, I am willing to try. Even though there's certain situations that I just fall into old patterns, I know grace is available to me. Inside corner of the eyebrow. I wish to develop more grace. Outside corner of the eyes. But what if I can't? Under the eyes. What if I'm just too stuck? Under the nose. But grace is always available. Under the mouth. I choose the path of grace. Collarbone. As I choose the path of grace, it becomes easier and easier. Under the arms, like where your bra strap would run across. I choose grace. Around the crown of your head. Grace chooses me. Nice deep breath. Let it go. How does that feel? Just notice in your body. I feel like a loosening in my solar plexus. Some of the tension going away there. Because grace is a flow. It's not a battle to become graceful. It is a flow. It's a release. It's a letting go. It's allowing. It's stepping into that flow. So let us practice that today. Let us practice that today. We have the gift of grace. And the wise woman of the grove supports us. Glad you liked it. Glad you liked it. So breath in, breath out. We approach today with grace. Have an awesome day. See some of you shortly on our Unity Cafe call. If you're not on my list, I will be sending out the link again shortly. But if you're not on my list and you'd like to be included, please include me and your email to bonnie@empowermentandpurpose.com. All little letters, all spelled out. bonnie@empowermentandpurpose.com. All right, so I'll see some of you shortly, and I'll see some of you tomorrow. Have an awesome day, and remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are, including grace in difficult circumstances. Bye-bye.